It is often said that being an undergraduate student, you know a little about a lot of things. For this reason, I decided to study for a PhD, to focus my expertise in a clear and productive way. I hope to prove successful as a researcher and contribute significantly to the field of geotechnical engineering, a vision which the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology allows me to fulfill every day. I moved from South Africa to Hong Kong in 2014 for various reasons. First, I was excited to live in and learn about the culture of Hong Kong. Hong Kong is fast-paced and exciting, and although it may be stressful at times, it offers so many prospects that I could hardly say no to the chance of living here. Second, I was drawn not only by the city, but also by the opportunities offered by studying at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. The Hong Kong University of Science and Technology has a world-class reputation in the field of engineering. It is a university where students are empowered to be innovative and are presented with ample opportunities for their originality. The support which the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology provides to its students is one of the aspects I like most about the university. Financial and academic support at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology is second to none, something that cannot be underestimated in the research environment. Conducting research with the knowledge that there is such a support system available is a great advantage for any researcher. In my experience, studying abroad opens your mind significantly. I would advise any postgraduate student to spend some time studying abroad, to experience other cultures, to see other people's worldviews and have complete independence. Living in Hong Kong has given me a new perspective on life and allowed me to grow not only as a researcher, but also as a person. It has made me even more independent. It has taught me patience and resilience, and I continue to grow and learn more every day. Living in Hong Kong can be harrowing at times, especially in a city such as Hong Kong, which is often demanding. I found that the key to surviving this is a good work-life balance. Balancing the amount of work you do with the ample leisure activities available, not only in Hong Kong, but also at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, helps alleviate stress and reminds you that your studies are only a part of your life as a PhD student. I play rugby for the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, an activity which I find relaxing and a good distraction. Not to mention that tackling a few guys is a good way of venting frustration. My supervisor has a saying, to work hard, play hard, and sleep less. It's advice that I've taken to heart, and it guides me towards a more holistic PhD experience. One should always remember that a PhD is a philosophy degree. It teaches you life skills as well as honing your skills as an expert on a specific topic. Most importantly, a PhD is the start to a new life and a long journey to success. Being at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology has definitely changed my life for the better.
My name is Ergys. I'm from Italy, and I'm a PhD candidate in the Department of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. After my MSc graduation in Italy, I had the opportunity to participate to a conference where I heard for my first time about the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. My supervisor's research group prompted me to apply for a PhD position. And I would say that that's actually the main reason that I chose this university. And here I am. So about my research, I'm working on modeling of microalgae, and I hope that my research will be one day useful for improving the generation of bioproducts. And during the past years, I also had the opportunity to participate to several conferences and show my research, improve my network with researchers working in my same field of research. Apart from the very pleasant environment and the nice facilities available on campus that I have to admit make the research life much easier, Something that I found really interesting about the Hong Kong University and Science and Technology is the possibility to get to know more about the local culture. And that's really great considering that I wasn't even able to hold chopsticks before coming here. So it was really nice to learn about was how local people celebrate the Chinese New Year and Mid-Autumn Festival. Other than that, of course, it's not all about local culture. Something very fascinating about the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology is the possibility to get to know more about other countries. Indeed, the people you may encounter in the university come from really every corner of the globe. So to conclude, I would say that the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology is not just a great place where you can pursue your research studies, but also a very nice place where you can grow and learn more about others' customs and traditions.
What was my most valuable experience? Wow, there are so many, but if I had to choose one, I would say it's the summer internship opportunity that I did in South Korea. And I can truly say it was a one-of-a-kind type of experience. It was a non-paid internship, but I received funding from my program, TLE. And I didn't work in just any big corporation. Instead, I worked as a business analyst for a startup company, and I got to travel to both Seoul and Jeju Island. And just thinking about it makes me miss it so much. The internship benefited me in both my academic and in my future career development. How? Well, it gave me more international exposure and taught me a lot about business ethics in another country. So while I was there, I met a lot of great people from the Korean entrepreneurial network. There were startup co-founders, co-working space founders, accelerators, you name it. And meeting all these people exposed me to new cultures and perspectives, which were important when I was brainstorming ideas for my research. I also had the opportunity to share with them what I was doing and got a lot of insightful tips from them. So it wasn't only just working for the startup company, but also having time to work on my own research. And right now, I can say that my research is going much better than when I first started. When living independently in a foreign country, I began to realize what kind of a person I am and how resilient I was to sudden changes. There were many times where our plans had to be changed because of circumstances, but it was fine because it made the experience more dynamic and fun. So you see, it wasn't just doing the internship that was awesome, it was the fact that I did the internship outside of Hong Kong. I stepped out of my comfort zone and learned how to deal with challenges independently. 2 months in South Korea. I learned a lot. So if any of you ever has a chance to do an internship abroad, I'd say go for it. Because not only do you have that little extra to write in your CV, you also gain a lot of experiences that would help you with both your research and self-development.
Hello everyone, my name is Hijiri MIYAZAKI from Japan. I'm a currently postgraduate student at HKUST, pursuing Master of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering. Before I came here, I finished my bachelor's at Kyushu University. Actually, there are several reasons I choose to come to HKUST for my postgraduate studies. The first is, of course, HKUST's beautiful campus. HKUST is surrounded by the sea, which means that you always have a great view. Unlike Japanese universities, there are a lot of facilities here such as student accommodation, a supermarket, a clinic, and some banks, and even a hair salon. You can literally never leave campus if you wanted to do. Also, our campus many kind of restaurants and cafes. So you're never without choice. The university offers on-campus accommodation for eligible full-time research postgraduate students at the university apartments and HKCC hall. I'm staying at an apartment with 5 flatmates, which means we share the kitchen, toilet, shower room, and living room. My research life at HKUST is pretty similar to the one I had in Japan. There is no core time, but I try to get to the school at 8 or 9 a.m. and get back to the tower at 9 p.m. after I finish my lab meeting, experiment, and the class. I'm really enjoying my free time in Hong Kong as well. I always go out with my local friends and lab mates to enjoy local food and the lively atmosphere. I've been trying many different types of activities and having experience in Hong Kong that I wouldn't have the chance to try in Japan. One of the things that really surprised me at HKUST was that it has a lot of interesting seminars and mini lectures almost every day that students can join for free. These seminars and lectures are on all kinds of interesting topics, such as AI, fintech, entrepreneurship, and so on. UST often invite external lecturers for these seminars, and I always learn a lot about up and coming things. UST provides great opportunity to meet all kinds of people with different backgrounds right here on campus. UST is very globalized university. In addition, the university itself provides a lot of events and opportunities where you can connect and interact with everyone else. To apply for HKUST, you have to submit your GPA, an essay, reference letters, and your IELTS or TOEFL scores. For your GPA, you probably need at least 3.0 out of 4. You should also have your friends or English teachers look over your essay. Work hard to practice your English so that you can pass the IELTS TOEFL one time. One more important thing that I would highlight is that all research postgraduate students in UST receive a studentship of 16,330 Hong Kong dollars per month, which is equivalent to 236,000 yen. You don't need to apply for the studentship separately. Once you get admitted, you are guaranteed to receive it. Of course, the renewal of the studentship is subject to your academic performance and research progress. Also, there are other scholarships available for research postgraduate students. I came here to HKUST by the Asian Future Leaders Scholarship Program. Recipients of it receive 18,000 Hong Kong dollars per month, which is equivalent to 260,000 yen. The rate is slightly higher than the standard studentship, and applicants need to apply for it separately. My tips for getting scholarship is to prepare your application well and know what you need, such as transcript, IELTS, and TOEFL.
People always ask me why I'm pursuing a PhD. There are two sides of the story. On one side, a PhD is a career investment. A PhD can put you ahead in the job market and make you more competitive and getting better jobs. And studying in a prestigious university like UST has the potential to give you a prosperous career. The other side is related to academia. In academia, you have the chance to explore and study subjects very deeply. And it's not just about learning. You can also make lots of contribution to science, which is amazing. Both these two issues were equally important to me when deciding to engage in a PhD program at UST. There's always culture shock when you leave your home country to study abroad. No matter what your cultural background is, studying abroad is always challenging. learning and adapting to a new way of life requires some time and effort. But getting out of your comfort zone is also beneficial. It helps to open our minds, and I believe we all can grow with this experience. One of the things that I like most about UST is the amazing staff and faculty members. The staff are really dedicated and very helpful. It's straightforward to get any necessary arrangements done. Also, the university provides plenty of services that really increase the quality of my research. For instance, I like the numerous seminars and workshops given by leading experts in their domain. They help me to broaden my knowledge of what is trending in related areas. Another service that I'm really pleased to have is the Center for Language Education. As a PG student, I have to write a lot, and their services are really helpful. Currently, I'm doing research into computers, so I'm particularly amazed by the computing facilities we have in UST. UST has modern computing facilities that are always being updated. And just recently, UST released a second high-performance computer with thousands of processor cores. The facilities in UST allow me to quickly apply all the experiments and ideas arising from my research. There's no way of talking about UST without mentioning the beauty of the campus. We all feel privileged to have the inspiring and relaxing scenery that UST provides. Normally, students regard the library as a stressful and boring place, but UST has a library with an amazing view. And there's nothing more pleasant than having a great view of the sea when you're engaged in your studies. Pursuing a PhD is challenging. In the process, you learn to identify and define a problem, and more importantly, how to attack it. One of the greatest lessons I had so far is that getting a PhD is not just about being an expert in a specific domain. A PhD is much more about learning the philosophy of solving complex problems. Technology evolves very fast. Things that we use today will be abandoned in the future and will be replaced by others. But the skills and the philosophy will remain, and this is what is most valuable.
I'm Shota Nakamura, came from Tohoku University in Japan. This is my second time to HKUST. I first came to HKUST to join a summer camp in 2016. During the camp, I had the opportunity to visit the laboratory and meet with some UST students here. After that, I started to explore the possibility of studying here at HKUST. And in the end, I connected with Professor Richard So, who is my current supervisor, because our research interest was similar. This is how my HKUST experience began. I feel that there is a huge potential in IoT, Internet of Things devices, to improve our lifestyles, and so I'm currently making a system for evaluating and rewarding using these IoT devices as preventative medicine. Now I can do some basic coding and have a deeper understanding of how and why IoT devices work. Ask and you shall receive, I think best sums up my experience. HKUST is highly ranked amongst universities worldwide, but this does not mean that you can just sit there and suddenly possess great knowledge and experiences after you coming here. Taking initiative to ask questions and embracing opportunities is imperative. As long as you're motivated and open-minded, I'm totally sure that you will make the most of HKUST's potential treasures. Here are some examples from my story. HKUST is a truly international campus, and students here are from all over the world, Asia and Europe, even from places I didn't expect like Ghana and Tunisia. Talking and interacting with all these students have broadened my horizon immeasurably, and I've realized how much I have yet to discover. HKUST not only encourages us to focus on our research, but also to transform our ideas into real-world products. Many of my peers, like my lab mates, have launched startups based on their ideas and research findings, which is really inspiring. As I said before, I'm primarily interested in preventative medicine with IoT devices, and this is still a new and exciting sector that is lacking both research and data to make it more popular and effective. When I talked about this with my supervisor, he could obviously sense my enthusiasm and kindly offered me the chance to take up a PhD at HKUST. My improvement in English has been unbelievable since I've come here. It's a lot easier to understand how the language works with active, regular practice through meaningful communication. Coming to Hong Kong, where English is an official language, has given me this kind of practice and learning. As for the relationship with my supervisor, we have maintained a very good relationship. He is very supportive. For example, since my project has to be allowed by the school organizations and the restaurants in HKUST, he kindly made connections to them for my project. As for the relationship with lab mates, we have established a very close connection in these few months. My lab mates are very friendly. For example, they always provide constructive advice on my research project, especially on the technical part in computer. Thanks to their help, I could make it in computer programming stuff, although I didn't have relevant experience before. In summary, during my stay in HKUST, my knowledge has been broadened, while my mental health and physical health has been improved. I love every moment in Hong Kong.
My name is Yili Tang. I'm a PhD student in the Transportation Group from Civil Engineering Department. I come from Mainland of China and have several funded programs as part of my postgraduate studies. Research is an important part in my life in the University of Science and Technology. In the past years, I have had many opportunities to attend top conferences and international entrepreneurship events. Through the communication with scholars and professionals, I engage deeply and widely in my research field. Also, these fantastic activities help me to train my social skills, widen my horizon, and enrich my knowledge. The Hong Kong University of Science and Technology also provide a variety of opportunities in social areas. I started to play Chinese instrument called guzheng when I was a child. It is very surprising that Hong Kong University of Science and Technology have a Chinese orchestra team. I enjoyed myself in many musical performances. Now I become an executive member of the Chinese orchestra team. As being in one of the top universities in Hong Kong, I believe pursuing PhD study in the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology is the best way to access up-to-date and wide-ranging research resources, and also a great opportunity to learn and explore different cultures among my new friends. I'm thankful that I have these opportunities in Hong Kong to widen and deepen my knowledge, and also expertise in an area I'm truly passionate about.